week, Rutledge.
This is really not. This is not a good week for me at all. Thank God we're moving on to our NFL segment. It is time for us to get ready as NFL Week 1 is here. It's here. The football
Ba
season is
ba ba
back.
ba 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 ba.
Connor, don't sing that. We can't afford that.
I didn't sing enough to where we would need to pay for it.
That's true. We have a lot more coffee to sell before we can start singing jingles. But
yeah, buy some coffee, people. Come on now.
Right.
We got to get some sweet music going. That'd be awesome.
There you go. Emily, buy some coffee. I do not owe you waffles. You don't even eat full-size waffles. All right. That one's a pick. I think I'm just throwing picks on purpose now. Connor, are you bored of scoring touchdowns yet?
Oh, never. As a mighty second stringer for Wheaton College, our offensive line had one motto and one motto only. You know what that motto was?
What?
Score touchdowns.
Well, I would like to put out there in the live, real time as it was, as I said, Connor, are you bored of scoring touchdowns? Anna Marie looked up for the first time in this show, saw the score, and just started laughing. So, for all you out there that know my wife, this is definitely a South. I'm glad this is the swan song for Madden 20.
So Rutledge, as the fourth quarter is going on, I know our viewers would love to watch me do our thing here as it relates to us playing Madden. But what are some of our thoughts on Week 1? How do you think this preseason ended up? What's kind of the big story you're following?
The big thing I'm following right now is there are two teams that I have my eyes on for this year in football. One is an obvious one that the whole world's going to watch, and the other one is just too much fun. The stories I want to see really sort of what happened are, is Tampa Bay still good? You know, they show us no reason to not be. Tom Brady, we're all waiting for him to age. He still is not. It's like playing a video game with him. And the second one I'm really watching is, how good are the Cleveland Browns going to be? Not kind of good, not sort of good, how good? You know, I'm a big fan of this Cleveland Brown team. I think they're going to be fun. I think there's going to be a lot of great things to watch. So those are the two teams I really kind of have my eye on this year. I believe in both. I would love to see, it's not going to happen, I'd love to see a Tampa-Cleveland Super Bowl. I think Cleveland would have to get through Buffalo in order to get there, but I would just love to see that happen. So those are the two big team sort of stories, sort of overall themes that I'm looking at.
Let me ask you this, Rutledge, as it relates to the Cleveland Browns. They will be getting OBJ back from his injury. Does the return of OBJ, is that an actual addition, or could there be a case to be made that it is subtraction by addition, as in will make the team worse by being out there on the field?
The return of OBJ is going to depend on what is his mentality like coming back from injury. We have seen some players come back from injury and they sort of they change, you know, and they change in how they see and approach and play the game. Will OBJ be different, or will he be even more selfish? I think he got a lot of really high attention early in his career, and I want to know, has that humbled him now that he got hurt on a team to where they're kind of scrappy, I guess is the best way to define this Cleveland Browns reputation. So I think he'll be different. I have faith.
Fair enough. No, I think that's the big thing now. What's the old Maya Angelou quote? You know, people tell you who they are. You should listen to them. I tend to think that we do kind of know who the kind of, OBJ definitely a world-class talent, but somebody who sometimes in that receiver position you can outshine the rest of your offense and the rest of your team, and kind of demand the ball and then be a cancer in the locker room. And I've yet to see OBJ not kind of be that role, and not try to be a bigger deal than what he is. And I think that, to ask OBJ to just fit within a system, that's a tall task. I think if he does that, the Browns could be just incredible because of his talent. But that's just yet to be seen. So, and as it relates to the Bucks, I'll ask you the same question, but with another big-time wide receiver. Year 2 with Antonio Brown, do you think that he's going to start to try to be too big for his britches, or do you think he's still going to have that humble attitude?
I think he'll have that humble attitude because Tom Brady knows how to handle him. I'd also like to stash and put out there that the comment section needs to humble tonight because I'm getting ripped to pieces that I finally scored a touchdown out there. I think Antonio Brown is gonna... Nope. Never mind.
Hey, Rutledge, you want to know you want to know a great stat?
What?
And I hope our audience knows this great stat. I believe, you have just as many interceptions as points. So, next-gen stat machine, Rutledge, and turnovers and points.
I mean, I wore my turnover chain for this show.
Turnover chain. So who's a team that you're looking to maybe take a big old step backwards this year?
Big old step backwards this year, the Dallas Cowboys. And like a big old step backwards. I believe that Washington is going to take that division. I believe that Dallas is, talent-wise, they're a little overrated. I think Jerry Jones needs to step back a little bit. I think he's doing way too much. But I'm really putting it out there that I think the Dallas Cowboys are not going to do well this year. And it's going to show Thursday they're going to get exposed.
I think in terms of a team that's primed to take a big step backwards, I could see some real issues for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year because of the strength of the rest of their division. Because of another year of the Cleveland Browns and their front playing well, another year of Big Ben getting older, another year of the Baltimore Ravens getting better. To be able to see what is Jamar Chase going to do with Joe Burrow up there in Cincinnati. So I think that as the AFC North gets better, I'm not convinced that the Pittsburgh Steelers got a whole lot better. And, you could see a whole lot more losses in that L column for the Steelers this year.
I agree.